Hello, Chris O'Shea from Welcome Snow and Wake, and today I'm here to show you guys a couple of beginner boards. Some really good options that we like to get people started on is the Ronix Vault. This is the new 2020 Vault. Looks really good this year. And the Hyperlite State is another favorite of ours. And both of these boards have really similar features that we'll run you through right now. So both of these boards, you will notice, have a big center fin. The big center fin is basically going to help you get up on the water and start to turn around without slipping out. When you're starting to learn how to ride, generally you start to push your turns around and you slide out really easy until you learn how to find that edge and then carve and lean into your edges properly. Having this center fin in just means you're going to get more time on the board to sort of figure it out without slipping out. Otherwise you're going to get up, slip out straight away. So that's one feature. Both of these boards are actually designed by the same guy, and he is a world-renowned coach, Mike Ferraro, and he basically wanted to make the board different on the toe side edge to the heel side edge. So you'll see on these boards you actually have, so this is the heel side edge and that's the toe side edge. I don't know if you can see down there, but basically tells you on there, same with this one, where to put the heels and the toes. And the reason for that is edging on your toe side is a lot harder on a wakeboard. So to try and help you get that good technique, they've actually made the toe side edge a little bit longer than the heel side edge. And same with this board here. You can sort of see in the nose, I don't know if you can see that on there, but this side's actually lower than this side. So this fin actually extends, up more. Just giving you better grip, and it really just does make edging on that toe side easier for when you're getting going. Now these boards are amazing wakeboards. They really will do you into really high-end riding. So once you take this center fin out, this board is going to become a board that you can easily do first flips, first spins, and so on. Really from here, going up into intermediate to pro boards, really all you're looking at is the center fin is gone, and then you start to get lighter, more snappier constructions that come through the line in all of these boards. So all your wakeboards are generally for boating, are going to have a foam core. There will be wood cores and different cores that come into play when you start going up and looking at different models, but there's also different sorts of foam. So the big thing that happens is this is sort of standard foam, which is still really good foam, but as you progress into those better foams, they're going to have a better reaction time. So what's happening when you hit the wake is that reaction time of the foam is going to snap you, and it's just going to give you a board that has more snappier liftoff, which you don't really need at the start for sure. And there is guys out there who've done 1080s on these boards and stuff, so they're super solid. And you put a set of bindings on there with them, you're looking at $7.99 for both of these packages. They package up real nice with the binding. You got this set up right here, which I think looks pretty nice from Ronix this year. This is actually the Divide boot, the District boot, which we can take a look at. This is the new District. So this would be your next step up in the Ronix line, and as you can see, there's no center fin. And this board actually got some upgrades this year as well. District. So what they've done with this board is they've made it slimmer. So they've really sleeked out the edges. The new one is just this board is really fire. This is the sort of board that any sort of rider, if you're an aggressive rider, likes to cut hard, it'll go hard. If you want to ride this board mellow, you can ride it mellow. Continuous rocker line is really where it's at for just having a board that's easy to ride and just consistent. This is a board that I would love to ride. It's got a scooped out nose as well, which anything with a scooped out nose is just going to give you a nicer release off the wake in from what I found with boards with that do have that little scoop. It's definitely a nice feature just for getting that release off. But yeah, the new 2020 Ronix District is fire this year. Like, it's so much lighter than last year's board with this less swing weight. Like, this board, yeah, is gonna ride really, really nice. So it's definitely one to check out. Another board I want to look at while we're here that I'm pretty psyched on is the Hyperlite, the Blueprint. So this is Trevor Maurer. If you don't know who Trevor Maurer is, he is a California shredder. He's done a bunch of movies. I've been privileged enough to work on him with some of the movies, like writing them and him filming and producing, but he's a really an amazing rider, and this is his new shape, and this is probably the board that I'm most psyched about out of everything this year. What you're working with is a continuous rocker, so it's going to be nice and consistent. The board looks quite nice and wide, and it's really unique with all the channels. I don't know if you can see that down through there, but there's all these different channels that run through this board that are just going to make the board land really soft, but also it just looks beautiful. This is just a board that I just think is just going to have no drag at all. It's going to roll really well. It's going to land like this spine that runs all the way through here is just going to displace water super well, and it kind of comes all the way up through here, but in the nose it's got it's hard to tell on video, I'm sure, but here it's got quite an aggressive scoop, so it like comes up, which is going to act a little bit more like a skateboard kick. Like, so as you come and you release off the wake, having that bit like lift up like that with the scoop, it just gives the board that little bit more like whoop up to go. So kind of, you know, you're almost getting like a continuous rocker, which continuous is fast, landings are good, it's consistent, but then with that little lift in the tail there, I think this board is really going to almost have that like 3-stage like booster off the wake at the same time. So really light. Yeah, can't wait to get on this one this year. Trevor, psyched for your new board. Anyone out there that wants to get around this board for 2020, definitely take a look. It's one that I'm psyched to try out. So yeah, welcome to Snow. Not welcome to Snow. Welcome wakeandsnow.com.au. All these products will be available. Thanks.